then, what are we doing about our pain? Are we living with it? Living in pain? It's never going to get any better. There's nothing I can do. And this is just the way it is. Are we just living with pain? So let's take, how might a person be living with pain? People can be living with marital pain. Marriage has some pains. And some. Why are you so quick to agree with me, Jeanette? I'm sorry. I just thought it was about time. Anyway, yes, we have pain. So, true confession has come to light. So, are we living with pain? That's the way it is. Are we medicating pain? We live in a world today now where there are so many high, potent pain relievers. OxyContin, opioids, then we've got opioid addiction, we got opioid side effects and all of that. But they're real strong pain relievers that take away basically all the pain. In surgery, you give people morphine, and they feel no pain. You can give medication where they're in total anesthesia and they know nothing. And yet you can be cutting on them, cutting a bone in two and putting in hip replacement or knee replacement, and they don't feel a thing. There is medication, so you can medicate pain that way. On a lesser degree, you might medicate pain with tranquilizers to kind of make you feel better. You feel okay. You can give people Xanax and they feel better, and removes anxiety and the like. Or you can medicate antidepressant. There are antidepressants that make you stabilize your moods, so take care of the pain, because, again, it is about pain. And then there's a whole host of people who use street drugs to mitigate pain. They use marijuana, they use methamphetamine, they use heroin, they use cocaine, because they don't want to feel pain, and they also at the same time want to be high. They want to be way up here feeling no pain. So and we use alcohol as a pain reliever. So these are some of the things that we do in terms of medicating pain. Then there are those who manage pain. Well, if I do this, I'll be in less pain. So I can manage it by doing certain things, and there are pain management clinics. This sermon isn't about pain management, but it's to help us to understand pain and the things that possibly. Then there is spiritualizing pain. There are those who say that it's just a matter of mind over matter. You can hypnotize yourself out of pain. You can deny that you're even in any pain whatsoever. So it's mind over matter. We also can spiritualize it in a different way, and that is punishment in pain. For example, I deserve it. I deserve to be punished. So we have to ask ourselves, is God, when we think about pain, is God busy working and looking for every opportunity to punish us? And so we live in a painful life in the sense that we're afraid. We live in fear. Then there are those who are sadistic pain. They're inflicting pain upon themselves, and they get some weird delight out of being in pain. And a lesser kissing cousin of that is martyrdom pain, where we become martyrs. Woe is me, and how bad it is, but I'll just keep on going on. And we see examples of that. We've seen martyrs, people who are willing to give up their lives. We've seen suicide bombers, and that's the extreme in terms of martyrdom. But we also see people self-flagellating in order to do away with the pain of being wrong, the pain that they go through. So another question, these are all questions, and we're going to kind of look at those today. You're going to think, well, we're not going to have much time to look at them, and that in part is true. But is there pain only in doing wrong? Is there pain only in doing wrong? So that brings up another question. Is there pain also in doing right? Can doing right be painful? Those are questions. Another question is pain all about us? It's about our pain, our problems, and that's it. Is pain just about us? So, having said that, as a pastor over the years, I have heard time and time again from people who are old and elderly who want to die. And they can't understand why God is still keeping them alive. I hear that all the time. And more so when they're in pain. And while they may be medicated as old people, they're just tired of living. And it's painful for them to wake up one more day. And it isn't like they wake up and say, this is the day the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice. It's another day. Why am I still here? And then it's painful to watch them. Then, is God aware of our pain? Is He aware of our pain? It's kind of like when we do a pain scale. On a level of 1 to 10, how much pain are you in? So in this day, right now, I'd ask you, on a level of 1 to 10, how much pain are you in? That's a question. And then a question is, does God want us to be in pain? Is that what He wants? So let's take a look, and what we're going to look at here is in Romans chapter 8 today. The Apostle Paul is addressing this issue, and in the middle of the context of talking about who we are and what God has done for us, he talks about pain. And he says this beginning in Romans chapter 8, verse 18, and I'll read the whole context that we're going through, Romans 8, 18 through 25, where Paul says, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The creation awaits in eager expectation for the sons of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it in hope, that the creation itself would be liberated from the bondage of decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in pain in childbirth right up until the present time. Not only so, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for the adoption as sons and the redemption of our bodies. For in this hope we are saved. But hope that is seen is not hope at all. Who hopes for what he already has? But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. So we're going to take a look at these verses and see what we might learn from it. Because the Apostle Paul in verse 18 is saying that pain is present in us right now. And as I mentioned, I think that we recognize that we do have some pains. We talk about we're getting older. So we look in the mirror and say, what happened? What happened to my youth?
Feeling the blues today or tired of life already? Do you have questions about life or need spiritual advice? The Worldwide Church of God is located in Fairfield, Santa Rosa, and Modesto, California. We welcome everyone to attend our worship services with us every week at the times listed on your screen.
Amen.